Brokey that is the difference maker on the B bomb site. Ways in which that could have gone wrong, but not here. Not on Ancient.
Well, holding on there, Rain, that can be tough. Teams more than happy to favor that B ramp. The way the molly works now, ever since the change, you can just come on through. You can see they're not really taking an awful lot of damage. He mops up one, there's more bodies to deal with. Kraken has to take the risk. Gets double on that MP9, but Chopper unable to get the clutch. And it will just be another decent level of investment. Sure, not full from Spirit. Lost bonus is built.
Chopper's investigating middle. He is the spearhead, Donk to trade. That's Jiggle from Frozen, just about pixel gaps. So they smoke donut, so uncertainty will grow.
Still have one player towards Red Room right now with Brokey.
Oh, it's a pivot straight to B. Well, they're looking for answers in middle. Spirit go looking for trouble in cave. Perfect timing.
Spirit's finished, but only really looking at these two Molotovs. And FaZe actually started bringing in an interesting execute over towards the B bomb site that we saw taking shape earlier in the competition. They were doing a triple molly setup, so we'll see if Spirit have a similar flavor. Mid being called clear now. They've investigated red. util lined up. Default thrown out. Going to allow them to progress through cave. Rotation on its way for FaZe.
Next wave of Molotovs fly in. Rain confirms their suspicions. Chopper gets down. Donk has opened up onto Brokey though, and Carrigan can't finish. Donk's coming for you. You better be ready. Let's go down to Frozen. Still takes another with him. 2 on 3. Frozen. Smoke kit. Beautiful for the retake. Rops needs to do damage as well on from short side. Tech9's not favored here, but close range duels are available. Magic's low HP. Goes active and finds the headshot. Rops, what can he do? Unable to find Zontix. Now smoke recovered. Magix does get a little too Larry. Smoke on the kid. He's giving it a look in. Running out of time. Shiro known to be on the site. Hoping to bait him out. Hoping to get that fight. Not coming his way. And Robs thinks twice. Does not play for the clutch. Shiro will go down on recovery of the rifle.
He's to the bomb here, isn't he? Yeah, Robs just overstaying his welcome. Sure, he gets the stats, he gets the kill, but right now FaZe don't have any money. Just hanging around a little bit too long, giving his team nothing to work with going into this next round of play. So they will take a timeout. The 2 rounds that Spirit have been able to post so far have been hard fought. Donk with the dropped AK thanks to Magix. This time, some partial upgrades due to the lost bonuses where it's at, but they have punished the finances. Right now, FaZe, they are in hot water. A great opportunity to work back into this and maybe even level things up for Spirit. If you're FaZe right now, you need to turn to Neo. Did him and Carrigan have anything that they can piece together when the cash is in such disarray? Rain's force, that is likely a sign that everybody else will follow. Rob should be able to get out of silence M4 with armor.
We love a selfless captain. Chopper just drawing the crosshair there. Goes as far wide as he can. Donk immediate on that trade. That was their path in. That was their way in. They did manage to really kind of, improvise a great finish onto that B bomb site for their second round.
And it wasn't rushed. They took their time. Caused FaZe to ask questions of the gaps in the defense.
Gaps in the buy.
Straight out mid.
Oh, and that's the rifle. Rops down to Donk. Into mid on the warpath. Spam from Frozen will be unable to connect, and Rain's lost his head too. They've lost the B bomb site.
Yeah, everything's up for business right now.
This one's falling apart. Brokey trying to be a hero ahead of the flames, but isolated by Zontix. Comfortable collection of a 3rd round. Carrigan from behind, they will strike. Chopper finds him.
And they know that Frozen tends to be over towards middle, so likely to try and cut him off at the pass. Frozen has pushed through main right now, and Chopper seems to have a very good idea. Clean, all 5 staying alive. Beautiful round for Team Spirit. A force from FaZe. Now we'll see the eco. The fact that Rops tussles through middle and is deleted, has no chance even get to use that heaviest of investment. 2,400 into the next, so their buy on the CT side, when we do see it come through, is still going to be weak. Spirit have broken them. You have to hope not mentally at this point. FaZe, as a team, they've had some crazy comebacks. They've seen it all, and they only get out of bed for the big games. Felt like they're a little bit sleepy on Nuke, their map choice, but again, we reminded you, hey, them losing their pick, it's not the end of the world. They can bounce back.
Oh, look at this.
Full barrage.
Storm of nades.
Nice,
up
nice,
for
nice,
Magic.
nice, nice.
A flurry of
और
attacks.
धावत गया खत्म राउंड
The
ओवर
Spirit, a
ब्रो
one-round game now.
2 rounds in consecutive fashion where Spirit have kept all 5 alive. That does wonders for the finances going forward.
Ooh, they're all sitting on a comfortable cash cushion.
Yeah, that's going to mean residual buys. So, FaZe, this is going to be a tough way to secure yourself the lion's share of rounds in this half. Still 8 available, but as mentioned, this next purchase is going to be lacking. We've only got 2 incendiaries on the board. A kit for Karrigan, lacking flashes and HEs to try
पीछे
and
साइड में
clear
यूटिलिटी
smokes,
उतना
look
नहीं
for
गया बट
information.
ठीक है कर
They
सकता
have
है
to be able to shut down Donk on mid. It has to happen.
So,
No,
oh,
Karrigan
down
on Chopper.
सीधा
Quick friction. That's one back.
Nice
Donk
one.
is down.
nice frag
Well, Chopper wins the captain's head-to-head. Frozen has one out that duel in mid. Magix gets looking, gets active, gets destructive, finds Brokey. Robs responds. Quick
TV2
pivot into the A
A
side.
side पे जा रहा है
Into the play. Robs 2.
A side हो गया सीधी
Nice
साइड
out heading in. Breaker the smoke. Good
नेट
catch
थोड़ा
and
अंदर
clear.
अरे गया गलत
Major
नेट हो गया
form. Major
ओ
impact.
डबल
Rain.
लाइट ऑफ फ्रैग्स
Bams away.
गया ये
What
गया
we want, here we go. Health advantage. Can
अरे
Rain
रॉफ्स कर
and his
पाएगा
veterancy
कि रेन कर
convert?
पाएगा ओ कर लिया नाइस
Of
क्लच
course he can.
नाइस क्लच
Celtics couldn't handle it, couldn't hack it. A 6th for FaZe off the back of Rain.
Rain, that never back down, never surrender mentality, just through the smoke, knowing he's not going to go for the fake, straight in his face, and denies it. And that right there, you get Karrigan pushing in towards A main. Well, that's a B player, that's your K player. Okay, what does that mean? We lose a mid player. Oh, Rops goes down, he breaks the smoke. We know he was over towards middle, let's run in towards A. Okay, they're piecing this one together. Rain being on that early rotation, he was the hero of the round.
He's there so early. I mean, just read them. And a second pause. He's been very liberal with these, Halley, but his conversion rate's pretty damn good.
Great shot here from Chopper. This one from Rops, right? That's how they know.
Jambi
that
bhai,
it's
welcome to the
essentially
stream.
open. And then, because Rops clears the smoke and goes down, they're thinking that's the A defender, but Rain is already there for the double up, the mop up, and the round conversion. But that
क्या
residual
खुशी
cash
क्या
does
खुशी
mean we get another full bite for Spirit. That can't be the same set for FaZe. MP9s for Brokey and Karrigan to work with.
I mean, of course they're doing it the hardest way. Constant compromise.
That's what Karrigan wanted.
Hardest bracket run. Now, MP9, no nades for Robs. 2 SMGs in the mix up against that full buy once
Wow,
more.
bro.
Will Frozen win this head-to-head once more? Donk wants it, once more, what's
Oh,
revenge?
no!
Does it.
Oh,
Finished off from the grave, the flames,
This
and
is
now
huge.
look at
ये
Robs.
Robs
He's
का-
so
Robs का
proactive,
flick.
so aggressive. And Shiro
हाँ
Chase pulls us into a 3 versus 3. Bombs outside B doors. Magix has a friend. Form of Chopper, who has been hitting shots here on the second map of our grand final.
Right now, Spirit don't have to do anything. They can sit, pause, allow the round to come to them. They know that FaZe are the ones scrambling for answers. There's a lot of gaps
वैसे
that
starting
have
अच्छा था बीच में
manifested
मतलब
with these
नहीं कर
exchanges
पाया
back
वो
and
लोग
forth.
hold.
It's going to come down to Karrigan's read of the situation. And right now,
B
they're
side जा रहा
paired up to push
What
through
was
red.
B side? B spawn. Bomb coming mid.
Chopper could find them here on their search for information. Chiro as well from elbow. Chopper's hard fight for
Oh, मिल
Brokey.
गया, एक जन
Now
मिला,
Shiro
Chopper
alerted
मिला.
to their presence. Can swing
Chiro
through.
पीछे से
Rain
bait
has to
करेगा.
hit this shot cleanly. Rain
Chiro
on the
mid
ball.
में oh nice trade
As does Brokey. Long range
दोनों
up,
double triple भाई खत्म
double kill after his clutch to make 7 a reality.
Did say 8 was still possible. And they've had to fight extremely hard for these rounds.
बस screen
Moment
का
of
distance
respite
देख तो
for the
तेरा
action.
बगल में
As, a
दिखता है,
technical
screen
timeout
अंदर
has
चल
been
रहा है
called. So
Frozen
that
का nuke
issue
का rounds तो
is
अच्छा नहीं गया
plaguing
था
the
FaZe
Spirit side of the
हार
server.
गया
We have
वो
lost Donk for the moment
Nuke.
being.
still comeback तो अच्छा लग रहा है
Yeah, he was straight out of there after that duel with
Spirit
Frozen
tension
mid.
में team
It's a
Spirit
very
थोड़ा
tough
tension में आ
fight,
गया
right? The way that meta has progressed, there's so many layers to it, and especially in CS2 when we're talking about the edging of smokes and the timing of flashes and how many were dropped and what's the next rally. So the fact that they went 1 for 1 in that scenario, Frozen job done, and he removed him from the round, that being the key piece of information.
Yeah, that's what I just struggle to understand is that you're sending Donk out there in what is so volatile, so variable. You don't know what the flashes are going to look like. He doesn't either, but so regularly he finds great success. Takes his spawns, does his damage. But Frozen has won out that head-to-head and back-to-back rounds now.
Shout out to Magix again. This is the steadiest he's looking in terms of these duels.
Right.
He's got good moves across the map, looking very clean, staying very calm. This being in the highest pressure environment of their Counter-Strike careers. Donk has rejoined the server. Ready to go. Both teams signaling that as the bomb down in not the last but the previous. The residual cash that was built from those 2 clean rounds where they didn't take a single casualty does mean Spirit for the final round of the first half of their map pick are able to get out a bye. Not having to worry about any pesky pistols this time, but some of their key rounds have come with those lighter upgrades.
Will it really spell 3 consecutive for FaZe to end out the CT half in a fight for their major lives? Keep that trophy within reach. Frozen spamming away. It's Rops this time, wanting that fight. Ooh, throwing out that smoke. Donk tries to take that invitation. Chooses not to. Nade does chip away. Paragon not shy. We can have another head-to-head with the captains here. Flashed in, Chopper is blind. Ooh, Magic's obscured. And Frozen overlooks it. Oh dear! It's gone horribly wrong for FaZe, and brilliant from Magix. Top of the scoreboard in back-to-back maps. It's not Shiro, it's not Zontix, it's not even Donk, it's Magix that gives Spirit the edge.
Now they can set themselves up for a B finish, but Rain's still in cave, and already rotating over is Brokey. Rops has to worry about middle as well as the A site. 45 seconds. Looks like the bomb's pivoting back.
Shadow. Magix falls. Will have to be the rest of them to close. Rops is still on Donut. Chopper trying to sell something. Rops knows something's up.
He's hearing steps in main.
Calls for the cavalry. They are on their way. Brokey and Rain arrive with a counter. This Molotov. Awkward now for Spirit. Smokers on the side. That should set them up for success. Shiro tasked with the plant with 18 seconds. The pressure rises. Rop still Donut. Brokey with vision. Could spam away and deny. Gets off the bomb. It's awkward now. Spirit in trouble. Spirit in a lot of trouble. Brokey comes up clutch. It's an 8-4 half. Spirit off kilter. And FaZe Clan never, ever to be counted out.
They've weathered that. There were some tough rounds that they had lost within that first half, but still walk away with 8. They have set themselves up pretty to take us the distance. Dust 2 is the third and decider if we need to get there. And this is classic FaZe fashion. Lose their pick, win the opponents. Always keeping entertainment at the top of the priority list, our FaZe.
It's either deliberate or magic is real. I mean, we'll see. We'll see. To look so out of it on your map pick repeatedly. And then the map that Spirit felt they had the best chance to close it out if they were to win FaZe's pick. And FaZe rustle up an 8-4 half. They elected to start on that CT side, and it's gone incredibly well.
पेस का प्रेशर अच्छा रहा है.
This here, I think, was attesting to what you were discussing with Magix. In the previous game, it was just him over towards that B lane. So when Frozen comes through the smoke, didn't quite clear his corner, sees one, laser focused, and then Magix gets to mop up a double. So a great start, but couldn't find the finish to that round. Spirit.
What a great turnaround.
All right, well, we're into the second half pistol round. U2, Rain with a flash and a molly, and a smoke's already been thrown out of the hands. Rops is picking up yet another. That's the lurk smoke on B. That forces players to play a little bit more forward if they want that information. But the way that Spirit have started is just Jewel Berettas in cave. They're having to search middle because of that pressure felt, and they blocked A. So this is Spirit doing a very diligent job. Rain trying to sell this, unless they start holding W.
But Rain selling.
Oh,
Damn!
They went through the smoke.
Spirit aren't buying. They will cut down Rain, but still the loss of A.
Hey, bro.
Carrigan
Miss
can't
Katia.
track him.
Yes.
Frozen puts down his captain. Awkward now. Rops to try and wrestle back for control. He needs an ammo. Gets away. The clutch available here for Mr. Cool. It's Magic's first. From behind his donk. Could he really
One,
get
two,
himself
one, one.
out?
Oh,
Magic
clutch.
says no. Again, it's Magic's. A glimmer of hope in a dark second map. 18 and 9. He does continue what he was doing on Nuke.
Yeah, Donks grabbed the triple there as well. And you just hate to look at that from Frozen's perspective.
Oh, mate, especially after his nuke.
Yeah, and the key point of that was them braving through that A main smoke because the block was perfect from Spirit. They said, okay, we're feeling B pressure, but we aren't we're going to search. That one right there, it leaves more than a mark.
And then Robson's got no bullets in a 1v2, gets run down, Magix hits it.
Well, this has brought a buffer for the likes of Shiro and Zontix to activate. 2 kills for Shiro, 3 for Zontix. But now they're on that CT side. This is where the both of them can start doing some of their absolute best work. FaZe have gifted an AK over to Rops. Let's see if he can do his best Donk impression.
This very map, same position, Donk capable of an ace. Now that AK has been revealed and he's empty-handed on his first excursion. Block util solid. Gap available, trying to work with it, not going to get anything he desires. And with Chopper already calling B lane dead silent.
There's no rush. Wait this out, call out the util that's being expended and expelled from Team Spirit. Got 2 smokes and a flash on the back of Rain and Kraken to work with for their finish. But really, this has to be Rops. He's been delivering. He showed up in the grand final, 17 kills to his name right now, but he has to find many more. 55 seconds, and they still want to pressure this A site. Second smoke drops, also funky with its placement.
Might lead to them getting congregated on Zontix on a wide swing with that MP9. Flash is great, catches him. Zontix goes down to just the pistols. Magix and Donk combined. A multi-kill massacre. Only Robs can save and redeem this round. 30 seconds to do it. Spots the leg, a cheeky bit of ankle. Shown out by Shiro on site, closes the gap. And them down. 25, every second counts here. Sound cue's given away. Shiro, will he overlook this walk through the smoke? He is not looking in the right direction. Robs in the smoke, gets caught out, 40 HP. He's got nothing to work with. Shiro closes it down. Threatening round from FaZe, all the same.
Really good damage there. Still taking a whole bunch of guns. It's going to make this one mean an awful lot more for FaZe. They win this, they know what type of position it's going to leave Spirit in. That defense was caught off guard. The flash comes through the smoke. Zontix getting glocked. You can see just how blind he was. But Spirit, you win this, you can tie things up. Elbow smoke, B door smoke in the exchange of cave and mid. So both teams showing that they want to try and vie for this B lane and mid control.
It looks good. Frozen takes the fight. The Frozen. Oh, the flashes were good. Zontix gets him regardless of the white screen. Frozen an opening casualty. Rain. Audible jumps heard. Smokes a block. Spam could be very dangerous. Return of fire actually does connect to Zontix. Robs reveals his elbow position.
Clearly unconfirmed, so they don't know how light up they are. Rain getting boosted. Try and patrol over towards Long. He might be able to get this fight. Donk's rotating over.
Gonna be in the right place. And it's a fight taken. Rain delivers, removes Donk. Equalizing frag. Kraken quick to fall though. Chopper, patience prevails in that corner. Stays active. They're coming for him. Rain knows these angles well. So does Chopper. Heavy licks. So much damage inflicted. Right, the connection fatal. Rob's the only member at health. Will try and take this fight.
45 seconds. They know that Magix is a B player. Shiro the rotator. Zontix over towards A. They're still going to try and finish B.
It hinges on this head-to-head right now. Magix and Robs, top of their game, top of their field. Nice. It's Robs that removes him. Awkward for Zontix now. You know that swing is coming. It doesn't stop the Robs. Straight into the site. A must-win duel, and he does deliver once more.
This is what you want to see. Robs in this type of form. The playoffs for Robs, he has been owning. He has been in elite level. And that is necessary to deal with the terror on the other side that is Donk. All major long, Donk has been performing. Sure, he had that one blip on the radar. But he bounced back, he showed resilience, and now we're getting 2 Titans throwing blows. But who's gonna join Robs? Donk's got Magix for support. To be the 9th confirmed. And that shot at long, that boost that came in, it's Rain versus Donk at range. Big one to enable, and then really dicey moment with the K fight on Chopper. Both players brought very low.
Okay.
Yeah, this in middle, the flashes look great, didn't it? But Zonti's able to recover. Rain just tapping on the jiggles, finds the head. Very very important fight. And then Robs, yeah, these are clinical. Back when this kid entered our screens, he was always so procedural. Taking any chances,
nice
a hail of nades do damage him into 2. Zonk brought low Zontics too, and they have been able to grab this control once more. FaZe have been able to sprawl in for the A main control, so at least they know that they can work back into that worst case. They've given over B lane, no dramas. Plenty of nades as they start to search.
Utility achieves nothing with Chopper's positioning.
Just walking out on A. So it's really stretching their legs is Rain. Spotted one.
Into the site. Drops ready for these fights. Smoke on CT. Donut's a threat as well. Util will plume. Limited options. Do they aggress on this? A smoke of their own design. Spirit trying to sow seeds of uncertainty as the bomb is going down. Brokey to plant. One temple from Magix will arrive. And it's Brokey under scrutiny. Brought low from the spam. These smokes will not last forever. Rob swiveling around. He knows these engagements are coming. Has an angle. Doesn't convert. Something goes wide down. Carried by Donk. Rain takes in control on temple, but Donk double. Elevated from Frozen. A real chance. And he wins the duel. Removes Donk once more. FaZe have got this surely. 2 versus 2. Time ticking. No kit. No hope. Have to take these fights now. Have to hit the shot immediately. As Frozen holds on, Kraken ensuring the round, and Shiro last to fall. They gave it their best, they gave it their all. Every resource pumped into that attempted retake.
It's stressful, it's wobbly. There's moments you're seeing pieces of utility bouncing back off walls, into smokes, the fights coming down to the wire.
I mean, watching that from Robs' perspective, a smoke, flash, bullets being thrown at you, like how do you maintain and find a way to actually contribute?
And for him as well, you know, he can only guess what resides on the other side. So having to pivot between all of those fights, FaZe do just hold on. Ali will burn the 3rd and final tactical timeout from Team Spirit. That was a shove. They gave that M4 over to Donk. He gave it his best go. Everybody else with their upgrades, but FaZe right now, you have to assume this is the 11th round. The investment, just a flash for Magix, a deagle for Donk, and the USPs for the rest. Shiro and Zontix have remained quiet. We're only 4 rounds into the second half. How many more of play? It doesn't feel like Spirit have bought themselves enough of a buffer on what was their home turf coming into this best-of-3 grand final.
Full guns versus a donkey. Doesn't happen twice. Certainly not in one series, not in one major grand final.
That's for the B round flash. That's telling that, hey, they just played for information.
Alright, bigger than he is.
And actually, it's paused them out for now. So the way that works is if they played for info, they said sector clear, and then they rotated back towards A because they're assuming elsewhere. Well, that's not the case.
Oh, nice clean.
One bullet removes Chopper from the round.
सब आ गया अभी पे 5v4 at B.
They are going to be on the right side of the map. Not the right weapon for the job.
And FaZe just 2 rounds away from taking us to that decider of Dust 2.
13, Kraken 6 kills पे. Kraken खेल भाई क्या कर रहा है?
It's a great map for it. Thinking about the names in this server.
सबसे बड़ा बात ये है कि
More on that when we
D2 को रखा गया है.
inevitably get there.
It does start to feel that way now, doesn't it? There's so many opportunities for FaZe. This being one of the better. 2 Famouses and an MP9 to defend your others, to defend 12 FaZe. They could lock themselves in for overtime at a minimum right here, right now.
FaZe trip over their shoelaces, running out mid, not this time. Throws it again onto Donk, takes that space away from him, forces him to watch as that 12th round from FaZe now 4 frags away. Rain playing the game around smokes, it catches Magix going looking with that MP9. Antec knows he has to do something. He is going to try and re-clear in, but Frozen's crosshair placement is perfect. Has to be a Shiro trade. Perfect, clean execution from Frozen. A double kill in middle, make it a triple. Didn't even have to adjust his crosshair to make that one.
Hopeless moment for Chopper.
An answer to your question as well, Robs. Who's coming with Rops. It's frozen, at least in this one.
I'm sure Rops was asking that question as well.
Who's joining me?
Well, Rain is joining Chopper with a bullet in the back of the head. The fam is now noted. Brokey's going to rotate out of there, but Chopper, now you're an absolute dead man. Everything gone. 3K across the board, 3.7 for Magix. That's about it. Cash is in the dumps for Team Spirit. We need to find some of those hero moments, or we are going the distance. We are going to Dust 2, and that's where everything is back up for debate. FaZe, winners of Antwerp, lifting that trophy. 4 of the 5 in the server right now, enjoying that blissful moment. Looking to make it their second for the organization.
This time, not so lucky. Dunk, however, down to Rops. Steps up, delivers an aggressive opening kill. How often have we said that this year? He's been doing it a whole lot here in Shanghai. Aggression added into the formula. Now to Soltix. Rifle available. Sight available for FaZe. Frozen does finish off Soltix. Stops him in his tracks on Donut. Jumper edging towards that CT smoke. He is susceptible to Brokey. He slips through, perhaps going to be overlooked. Karrigan's back is turned. It's just going to come down to how he emerges through the smoke. And
Chopper is dead.
Brokey's having none of it. For Counter-Strike fans, they're having all of it. Every single map of this major grand final.
बॉल पता है पर कहाँ आएगा वो टाइप के लिए खेलेगा जल्द में फटाएगा
and that's it. Magix takes himself out of the round. FaZe Clan back on their bullshit, losing their map pick and taking us the distance.
Still the style there from Magix on the finish. Didn't want to delay the inevitable much longer, but history will be made at the end of the next match. Look at that Dunk breaking the record for the youngest major winner, or Kraken breaking his own for the oldest major winner.
She said she loves you, but she can't love me.
But I love you.
I won't play window anymore.
What's going on?
Play your role. 1xBet.
Le major ne définit pas la norme.
Because the major is the standard.
It is rooted in passion, glory, attitude, and style. Even after the years have passed.
It remains the grand event you long to remember.
This is the major.
This is the major.
Inbot major.
This is the major.
Niekto sa ma spýtal.
To jest major.
C'est le major.
This is the major.
Это мажор.
This is the major.
Exactly. This is the major.
This is the major, and this final is the most FaZe series that's ever been phased. We saw them lose their map pick again, and now we've seen them battle back on their opponent's map pick again to go into a decider that is uncharted territory for them again. So yeah, it's just crazy. You've got to give so many plaudits to this team. They just never know when they're beat.
I think when you open up a dictionary and look for tenacity and mental strength, you see the Phase Up logo right there. Because that's what he said, Rich. Like, we just lost.
Hopefully the definition of the word as well.
Yeah, absolutely. That.
Cheap dictionary.
A lot of people can't read in this scene anyway. But I think Phase, again, man, they just refuse to be cowed even after a ridiculous round from Donk. He gets this ace in what should have been a round they had no business winning, and yet they didn't crumble.
Despite the fact that the mythology of Donk continues to grow, FaZe show that they aren't bothered by a single or even two individuals that are popping off. As a unit, they looked more cohesive in many of these moments, and the bounce back that we needed from a couple of key pieces was definitely there.
I think this map was a lot more telling of how we sort of preface this grand final, where for Spirit, if they're going to win, it has to be a little bit more scrappy. Obviously, it has to be off of the back of an incredible Donk performance, right? And FaZe have more finesse, they have more style, they have more class, but that doesn't matter if your guys don't show up on the server. And they didn't on Nuke, especially Robs, who then turned it around completely and was the Robs that we have seen in the game against Vitality and in the game against G2.
Yeah, I guess the question we have to start asking here, Maui, is Donk a crutch for poor fundamentals?
Wow. Tough question at this point. You get all the way to the grand finals, and Richie Rich is going to still try to poke holes in what it is that you're doing.
Yeah, what I do, baby.
And I feel like there's actually a case for it. You know, one of the few rounds that they were able to find in this one was off the back of an incredible 1v. Well, it was an ace clutch. I think it was a 1v2 in particular, and we're even getting an unlikely suspect for Spirit popping off too. And so now when you look at Spirit, you look at the lack of what their mid-round protocols, the fact that feels like FaZe are always a step ahead in terms of calling. This is why we invoke Kerrigan's name so frequently.
I mean, also I think it has to be said, as we see another superlative performance from Robs, just a plethora of multi-kills in both halves. Man, I think like Shiro is the guy who benefits the most from stats in the conversation. He's the guy that passes the least when it comes to eye test because he's just so damn passive. I said it before in this tournament, he should thank whoever that Jame exists. So he is the guy that we always talk about, oh, constant saving, no aggression, super passive. Like Shiro is that, but on a team that's actually competitive and in a position to win trophies. Like if he can be good to clutch for you here and there, not all the time, right? But in some of these 5v5s, in some of these rounds where it can't just be Donk all the time, or he gets one and gets traded, is like, this is where you step up as the second star of the team. This is where, even if you're with an AK, yeah, you can bait out Chopper or someone, get the trade kill, put yourself in that clutch, do something, do whatever. Meanwhile, he had what, 4 kills in the end, 5 kills in the end. I mean, just not, and he's going to be what, the 5th player of the year or something ridiculous like that. I can probably name 5 oppers that are better than him, let alone 5 players.
Yeah, I mean, listen, it's a brutal assessment, but we started the tournament talking about how important Shiro was to Spirit. As the tournament's progressed, he has become more and more ineffectual, like to the outcome of their results.
I mean, just that photo of him in Cloud9 jersey battling with survival against FaZe comes to mind. We're just literally crying as he's playing. But I want to shift the conversation.
I cry when I watch him play now.
We're all crying, all Spirit fans up. But Zontix, where are you, buddy? Like, we're having an anomalous, a freak level performance from Magic. So I said that was a live map. He's having a live game. Again, so much impact being found right here. Outfragging Donk in the server, back-to-back maps in the grand finals of a major. He's pulling off something ridiculous, and Zontix has completely disappeared as well. Completely ineffectual. And then you contrast that with the FaZe side. Sure, Robs rose to the occasion once again. We saw the playoffs form Robs, but look at the plays Brokey was going for. Look at what Rain was doing. Look at what freaking Kerrigan was doing as well. That is, again, the supporting cast failing when they pretty much had one hand in the trophy.
But I'm going to give Zontix a passive, and to some extent, people forget he's also a rookie. I mean, that's why you talk about FaZe Clan, and people always have faith in them. Rain has been playing just on this team for 8 years, right? How many major playoffs have we seen from these guys? They've been here countless times before. They probably have more major playoffs games, then Zontix has LAN games with Spirit, right? Like that's where the experience kicks in. But Shiro is a guy who has it, at least has it enough to do better than right now. And yeah, Zontix, they would definitely benefit from him playing a little bit better, but some of that is also just not really being put in a position to succeed.
That's why it's so surprising, though, to see Magix pop off like this. We have to remember that he is a veteran of this team. He's been on the Spirit roster for 5 years. He's been to a handful of major playoffs. I think this is his 4th at this point.
I can't remember a performance like this.
And like, we're, for Spirit, they're always wondering, okay, who's going to be the next star? Are they going to get Kyosuke from their academy team? Turns out the answer is in plain sight. It's Magix right there sitting next to him, who's actually apparently just this kind of playoff demon.
Hot take, Maui's arrived.
Come on.
Grand final demon.
Let's continue our deep dive about Spirit. There's a round you wanted to highlight. I guess who it's going to be about. It was Donk.
It's a losing effort, right? But I just want to highlight how sacrificial Spirit are for Donk. What they do here. It's a hero AK round here. You can see first play going in, Donk trades him. The peek out, another player right behind him, he trades him. Donk's low right now. What happens? I believe that's Magix. I'm not sure who it is. He swings out wide. They're making sure they step in front of Donk. And even though Donk pulls off some ridiculous kills right there, even the final 1v1 fixed away, flicks back, insta headshot, it just, I think, showcases in a small way how much Spirit sets up Donk. Might not have the flashes, but they're like, I'm a decoy. I'm running in front for you.
Yeah, and the sacrifices that they make are once again going to just, come on, like, you do have to give Donk a ton of credit there either way. Like, if you have Rops with a hero AK, he only usually gets like 2, maybe 3. But Donk, once again, it's just another legend in Donk's Odyssey, which he is constantly just writing right before our very eyes.
I think it's a textbook example how to play a hero AK round, right? Like, people just bait for the hero AK and the luxury of having a guy like Donk who's actually going to trade every single one of his teammates and then clutch in the end. But we also have an example, Richard, of a textbook how not to play around with an advantage. And this is the problem when it comes to Team Spirit. It's like sometimes even you have a game from Magus, he's going to find you a double entry. This is the last round of the half, right? They're waiting actually for some aggression. They find a double kill. It's 1-5 left on the clock, right? For 20 seconds, they don't really do much. They throw a weak fake. They didn't even take a cave in a 5v3, right? Like, Rain is just chilling there. He has all the information. The rest of the players want to go towards A. Rain gets the kill on Magus. Now they start panicking. Chopper is alone. 3 guys want to go A. This is the kill that Rain gets. Time is ticking. Now they're cutting A. They molly themselves. Chaos everywhere. They don't smoke CT. They smoke to plant, but they lose so much time. Broke is already there. FaZe is rotating. Chopper is absolutely useless in this round. He's playing way too slow on the flank. Brokey gets the kill off of the Sankyu. Then another great one.
It's Rich, but 80% of the time, it was FaZe. They